Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today let's analyze the history of drama or the history of plays. First of all, let's analyze the difference between drama and a play. A drama is a broad literary genre that encompasses the written text meant to be performed, focusing on conflict, emotion, and a dialogue. A play is the specific structured format performed on stage. So, basically, drama means a written text. A play means the enactment of a drama on stage. While all plays are dramas, not all dramas are necessarily staged as plays. They may also include dramatic literature read for study. Drama refers to the literary and thematic content, whereas a play involves the practical elements like scenes, acts, dialogues, and staging. In essence, drama is the concept or genre. The play is the tangible execution of that concept on stage. Now let's go to the classical drama, 5th century BCE and 5th century CE. Classical drama, spanning from the 5th century BCE to the 5th century CE, emerged primarily in ancient Greece and later evolved in Rome. Rooted in religious rituals and festivals, especially those dedicated to Dionysus. Dionysus is a significant figure in ancient Greek mythology and religion, known as the god of wine, fertility, theatre, ritual madness, and ecstasy. Greek drama developed a distinct genre of tragedy and comedy. Playwrights like Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides shaped the form of tragedy with the themes of fate, morality, and human suffering, while Aristophanes introduced the satirical and political comedy. Roman dramatists such as Plautus, Terence, and Seneca adopted and expanded Greek forms, adding spectacle and rhetorical flourishes. Classical drama laid the foundational structure, themes, and character types that continue to influence Western theatre today. Greek tragedy and comedy originated in religious festivals dedicated to Dionysus. Key playwrights include Aeschylus. Aeschylus introduced the second actor. There is Sophocles. Sophocles added the third actor, and Euripides, who focused on psychological depth. Then comedies by Aristophanes and Menander offered a satire and social commentary. Structure: prologue, parados, episodes, Stasimon, and Exodus. Then Roman drama adapted Greek works, more theatrical and spectacle-driven. Tragedians include Seneca, inspired Elizabethan revenge tragedy. Then comedians like Plautus, Terence, known for farcical plots and stock characters. Now coming to medieval drama in the 5th and 15th century. A medieval drama spanning from the 5th to the 15th century emerged after the fall of the Roman Empire and was deeply intertwined with the Christian Church. Initially performed in Latin within church settings, early dramas such as liturgical plays aimed to educate the illiterate masses about biblical stories. Over time, these performances moved to public spaces and evolved into more elaborate mystery, miracle, and morality plays written in vernacular languages. Guilds and towns began producing these plays, often on pageant wagons during religious festivals like Corpus Christi. By the way, Corpus Christi is a Christian festival celebrated primarily in the Roman Catholic Church, though some Anglican Church and a Lutheran and other Christian communities also observe this. The name Corpus Christi in Latin means body of Christ. Medieval drama blended religious instruction with a theatrical storytelling, laying the groundwork for the secular stage of the Renaissance. Medieval drama emerged from liturgical plays in churches. Example, Quam Quatitis Trop. Types of medieval drama include mystery plays, discussing biblical stories, miracle plays, discussing saints' lives, then morality plays, like Every Man, that is, allegorical tales about virtues and vices. Plays were performed in vernacular languages in town squares, often produced by guilds during festivals like Corpus Christi. Now moving on to the Renaissance drama, 15th to early 17th century. Renaissance drama, flourishing from the 15th to the early 17th century, marked a vibrant revival of classical forms, humanist ideals, and secular themes. Rooted in the rediscovery of Greek and Romantics, this period emphasized individualism, complex characters, and an exploration of human nature. In England, playwrights like William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, and Ben Jonson created masterpieces that blended poetic language with a psychological depth and a dramatic tension. The use of permanent theatres such as the Globe and a patronage system contributed to the expansion of drama as a popular art form. Renaissance drama set new standards for theatrical structure, character development, and the integration of philosophy, politics, and art. Renaissance drama revived the classical ideals of unity, decorum, and dramatic form. In Italy, humanist scholars rediscovered Aristotle's Poetics. Commedia dell'arte emerged as a form of improvisational comedy. In England, Renaissance was the golden age of drama with Shakespeare, Marlowe, and Ben Jonson. Themes included individualism, power, love, betrayal. Then the structure, always 5-act plays, blank verse, use of soliloquies. In Spain, Lope de Vega, Calderon led the Spanish golden age of drama. Now moving on to the neoclassical drama in the 17th and 18th centuries. Neoclassical drama, spanning the 17th and 18th centuries, sought to revive and rigidly apply the classical ideals of order, decorum, and rationality inspired by Aristotle and Horace. It emphasized the unities of time, place, and action, favoring structured plots and a moral clarity over emotional intensity or imaginative freedom. French dramatists like Racine and Corneille exemplified this style with refined tragedies, while Molière comedies balanced wit with a social critique. In England, the Restoration period brought a revival of drama with playwrights like John Dryden and Congreve blending classical form with contemporary manners. Neoclassical drama valued restraint, harmony, and reason, reacting against the perceived excesses of Renaissance theatricality. Neoclassical drama followed strict Aristotelian unities of time, place, and action, emphasized on decorum, moral instruction, and rationality. In France, Renaissance drama flourished through the playwrights like Racine, Corneille, then Moliere, notably comedies of manners. England saw Restoration drama, witty, risque comedies like those by Congreve and Wycherley. Now coming to Romantic drama in the late 18th and mid-19th century. Romantic drama, emerging in the late 18th and flourishing through the mid-19th century, broke away from the strict rules of neoclassicism to embrace emotion, imagination, and individual freedom. Influenced by Romantic philosophy and poetry, this drama emphasized the inner lives of characters, nature's power, and the supernatural. Playwrights like Goethe, Schiller, and Victor Hugo rejected classical unities in favor of sprawling plots and passionate expression. Romantic drama often featured heroic outcasts, nationalistic themes, and a moral ambiguity, reflecting the political and cultural upheavals of the time. It laid the groundwork for modern drama by valuing subjectivity, personal truth, and artistic innovation. Romantic drama was a reaction against the neoclassicism. It emphasized emotion, imagination, and the sublime. In Germany, there was Stern and Drang movement through the writers like Goethe and Schiller. In England, poetic dramas returned with Byron, Shelley, and Keats, often unrealistic and theatrical, focusing on extraordinary individuals. Now moving on to the Victorian and realist drama from mid-19th century to late 19th century. Victorian and realist drama, emerging in the mid to late 19th century, marked a shift from romantic idealism to a more grounded, socially conscious theatrical form. Influenced by the rise of industrialization and scientific thought, this period focused on everyday life, moral dilemmas, and a societal critique. Playwrights like Henry Gibson, George Bernard Shaw, and Oscar Wilde explored issues such as gender roles, class inequality, and personal integrity through complex characters and believable dialogue. Theatres became spaces for serious reflection and reform, often challenging conventional norms and hypocrisy. This era laid the foundation for modern drama by prioritizing realism, psychological depth, and social relevance. Victorian drama was a shift to realism and subject matter and setting. Henry Gibson, who is called the father of modern drama, wrote plays like A Doll's House and A Ghost. Anton Chekhov and Strindberg deepened psychological realism. Theatre addressed social issues, middle-class concerns, and complex characters. Now moving on to modernist drama from 1900s to 1945. Modernist drama, 1900 to 1945, emerged as a response to the rapid changes in the 20th century, including industrialization, war, and a shifting philosophical thought. Rejecting the conventions of realism, modernist playwrights experimented with fragmented narratives, symbolic staging, and abstract themes to explore alienation, identity, and a subconscious. Figures like Bertolt Brecht, Luigi Pirandello, and Eugene O'Neill challenged audiences with non-linear plots, anti-heroes, and a political critique. Influenced by movements like expressionism, surrealism, and existentialism, modernist drama blurred the boundaries between reality and performance. This period revolutionized the theatrical form and the content, paving the way for more experimental and introspective works in the post-war era. Modernist drama, experimental, symbolic, fragmented structure, response to war, industrialization, and existential uncertainty. Expressionism, surrealism, Dadaism affected staging and narratives. Key playwrights include Samuel Beckett, Brecht, Pirandello, O'Neill. Bertolt Brecht's idea of epic theatre used alienation techniques to spur critical thinking. Now going to post-war and absurdist drama, 1945 to the 1980s. Post-war and absurdist drama, 1945 to 1980s, arose in the aftermath of World War II, reflecting the disillusionment, fragmentation, and existential anxiety of the time. Central to this movement was the theatre of the absurd, which portrayed human existence as meaningless, illogical, and cyclical, often through minimalist settings and a nonsensical dialogue. Playwrights like Samuel Beckett, Eugene Ionesco, Jean Genet, and Harold Pinter used the silence, repetition, and a dark humor to question language identity and the search for purpose. These dramas often rejected traditional plot structures, instead emphasizing mood, atmosphere, and the absurdity of communication. This period marked a radical departure from earlier forms, redefining the boundaries and the possibilities of theatrical expression. Theatre of the absurd responded to the perceived meaninglessness of World War II. Playwrights like Samuel Beckett, writing Waiting for Godot, and Eugene Ionesco, then Jean Genet and Harold Pinter. Then rise of political and protest theatre. Feminist, black, and post-colonial playwrights gained prominence. Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams, Lorraine Hansberg, Atul Fugard contributed critical social dramas. Now moving on to the contemporary drama from 1980s to the present. Contemporary drama 1980s to the present reflects a rich diversity of voices, styles, and a global perspectives, and engaging with the complexities of modern life in an increasingly interconnected world. It explores themes such as identity, race, gender, migration, climate change, and technology through innovative narrative forms and a multimedia performance. Playwrights like Tony Kushner, Carol Churchill, Tom Stoppard, Sarah Kane, and Ayad Akhtar have challenged traditional storytelling with a fragmentation, meta-theatre, and a raw emotional intensity. Postmodernism has blurred the lines between genre, reality, and illusion, often incorporating irony, intertextuality, and a self-reflexivity. Contemporary drama is dynamic and inclusive, continuously evolving to reflect and critique the social, political, and philosophical questions of our time. Postmodern drama blurs boundaries between genre, reality, and fiction. Themes include globalization, identity, migration, climate crisis, digital lives. Use of multimedia, non-linear narrative, audience interaction. Playwrights include Carol Churchill, Tom Stoppard, Sarah Kane, Tony Krishna, Aya Datta, Annie Baker. Intersectionality and inclusion like LGBTQ+, race, disability are keen concerns.